Hello everyone. Welcome into today's live stream where I am your host, Melody Unique. I also go by Mystique Awakening here on the internet. I am an energy healer and a spiritual mentor, and today we are doing a live stream first for the collective for healing limiting beliefs. So if you are having any limiting beliefs when it comes to your health, your wealth, your relationships, or any other manifestation of yours, then this is the perfect live stream to be at. If you are loving the healing so far, go ahead and share some of your energy back with me by liking this live stream or sharing it with someone who is in need of healing some mindset issues, especially for those who are dealing with intrusive thoughts, those who are dealing with a lot of mental fog or a lack of clarity, or just those beliefs that don't really seem to move one forward but keep one held back. If you are new to Reiki or new to me as a healer, go ahead and let me know in the comments section. Send me a peace sign so that I know that you are new here. Hi JT, Alondra, Becky, good to see you. Tiffany, hello, welcome. Cassie, good to have you guys here. Jack, Kennedy, hello, welcome in. To help you understand exactly what we're doing here, this is energy healing. So Reiki is a Japanese relaxation technique. The more that your body relaxes, the more that it kicks into healing gear. And so that's exactly what we're here to do today. So if you're wanting to receive this healing energy even more potently, make sure that you are consenting out loud in your head or even in the chat. Make sure that you are sitting up tall and straight, or if you're laying down, make sure that your back is completely aligned from root all the way up to your crown. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. If you feel like sharing any limiting beliefs that you have been holding on to lately, that you know need to be reprogrammed, you know need to have maybe a little bit more of a positive touch to them, go ahead and share that with us. You're not alone here, I promise you. There's going to be someone else who has the exact same limiting belief as you. But this is an open space for us to share, to connect, to establish a community. What is your limiting belief? What are the thoughts that you wish to release today? And if you don't necessarily know exactly what your limiting beliefs are, that's perfectly fine. I want you to consider what has been very difficult or challenging for you to manifest lately. Have you noticed some resistance in terms of fear, doubt, lack, or worry that's been blocking you from receiving certain desires? Those are all things to consider. If you feel like you are blocked to some degree, chances are you probably do have some sort of imbalance in one of your energy centers. And if you are looking to unblock yourself, then we can do a personal mini Reiki session for you here on the live stream. So those are first come, first serve. You can go to the link in my bio. I will tap into your energy, and based off of the area of concern it is that you have, see what's going on energetically within you, and then begin to heal that. Becky's like, yes, all of them. I'm blocked. Becky, if you're interested in getting a one-on-one Reiki healing session here on the live stream, you're more than welcome to. That way I can tap into your energy, communicate with your spirit guides, see what it is that they want you to really spend a lot more time, energy, and focus on, and then we will begin that healing process. I have here with me my beautiful Master Reiki crystal. This is an Angel Aura Quartz, and this Angel Aura Quartz is magnificent in connecting you to your higher self, connecting you to a higher level of consciousness. So since we are releasing really and relieving you from limiting beliefs, this is going to be a perfect crystal for this exact process to help you really tread on a little bit more of a conscious thought pattern instead of more of an egoic one, or one that will hold you back. Remember to keep up with the breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. We are focusing a lot on the crown and third eye energy centers for you, for those who are still kind of learning a little bit about your energy centers, your chakras, or even energy healing in general. This is going to be very, very, very focused on that top half of our bodies. If you have been manifesting something lately, but you feel like your mind is getting in the way, that is perfectly normal and fine. Know that you do have all of the control here to change that within yourself. So whether this healing session is inspiring you to maybe rewrite your life's story, reprogram some beliefs, allow yourself to really connect to your higher self, to see the bigger picture of everything, it's very important to make sure that you're staying very open-minded to all the possibilities, all the opportunities that are revealing themselves to you. And if anyone would like to share some manifestations that they have, definitely feel free to let us know what they are. as a gentle reminder, when it comes to manifestation, there are a couple different components of that process that you have to keep in mind. Yes, this is an autopilot process, which means that we're manifesting 100% of the time, but to be a conscious co-creator of your own reality, some things to keep in mind is that you have to use your energy centers. That's exactly how you manifest. So if you do have a blockage in one or more of your energy centers, it could be the reason why you are not yet receiving your manifestations. Also, manifesting is 80% energetic and 20% strategic or even action. So if you've been trying to receive your manifestations and everything that you're doing is action oriented, but you're not doing anything to heal or regulate your energy centers, that could be another reason why you are not receiving your desires yet. Great question. How do you remove the blockage? So this is something that you have to learn. This is a skill. It requires practices, tools, techniques, and oftentimes guidance. So if you feel like you have a blockage or you're curious to know if you have some imbalances going on in your energy centers, then feel free to sign up for a mini Reiki session right here, right now, through the link in my bio. Let me know what your area of concern is, and I will tap into your energy and see what's going on. I will start the healing process for you and give you some recommendations of how you can continue to maintain the healing that we've done during today's session. There are other services and programs that I do have to offer that helps you with this very thing. One of the programs is called Beyond Balance, which shows you exactly how to locate, address, and then heal the blockages within your entire energetic being on the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual level. Did I say all of them? Physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual level. And then I also have my Unblocked program, which is specifically for healing the relationship that you have with yourself and others so that you can not only maintain, but also attract healthy and positive relationships. So just keep that in mind as you're going through this experience today. Beautiful. For those of you curious about a mini Reiki, oh my gosh, you can tell it's been a very long week when the brain and the mouth don't align. If anyone's interested in a mini Reiki healing session, we're about to do one right now, so you get to see what exactly it all includes and how it goes down. So give me 1 second to recalibrate myself and we'll get started. I'm going to read some of these comments, make sure I'm not missing anything. Beautiful. All right, let's get started here. So we have Barbara. Hi, Barbara. It's been a minute since I've seen you. Okay, so Barbara, your area of concern is that your cat has passed on April 25th. Very sorry for your loss. And you're having a grief headache. Okay, so a headache that I can only imagine is not really going away for you. So let's go ahead and see what we can do to heal that. I'm going to have you consent, Barbara, out loud in your head or even in the chat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. So first things first, Barbara, I can actually see a lot of energy that is trying to release itself through your root and through the bottoms of your feet. So speaking upon the energy centers, when we think of that root chakra, it is a great way for us to kind of unload a lot of baggage or things that are weighing us down. And so for you right now, it is the emotional weight and the emotional baggage. And I can see that your body is already in the process of kind of shedding that and detoxing that as it naturally and organically does, but there is a blockage in the root, so I can feel all of that energy being compacted there. And so all we really need to make sure that we're doing is consistently grounding ourselves and energy cleansing ourselves at this time and making sure that you are being very comfortable in releasing. Now, When we are dealing with grief, those emotions can be very intense and sometimes uncomfortable to release. Uncomfortable because we don't feel safe, uncomfortable because maybe those emotions are surfacing up in times where we are not in a private space, maybe we are out and about, maybe we're driving, maybe we're at work. And so depending on the intensity of those emotions and your current environment, it could be a situation where you don't feel that you're really able to release. So it is very necessary for you to really create and carve out that time where you are just tuning into that emotional body and letting out what needs to be let out. And you can do so in many different ways. When I speak in my programs about decompressing stress, anxiety, or any unwanted emotion, it really does take you understanding the differences in your energetic bodies. So your physical body, how to release from there, the emotional body, how to release from there, the mental body, how to release from there, and spiritual body, how to release from there. And so with this blocked root, I can definitely sense that's what's creating a lot of the headache for you, because although we're just speaking on one energy center, when one energy center is out of balance, it creates imbalances in the rest, since it's a whole entire energetic system. There is a connection between all of them. So I can really tell for you that blockage in the root is creating imbalances in the crown, which is creating that headache. It's almost like when you have a Mentos and you put it into a Coke and you shake it all up and there's so much pressure. That's almost what I'm sensing going on within you as well. So really focusing in on decompressing from all four of those energetic bodies, and then energy cleansing, creating some time and space for yourself to really release. That is going to help you the most. Also, just a little reminder that although we have loved ones who pass on from this physical reality, it does not mean that they also leave us in the spiritual realm or energetic realm. They're always there with us. So keep that in mind. You can still connect with them, talk to them. You can still venerate them and, maybe create a little space in your home to honor them and to really connect whenever you feel like you're missing them. That way you don't feel as alone, and you can really still connect with them and love them in a different way. So keep on breathing for me, Barbara, in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Pay a lot of attention to your dreams as well, or those moments right before you fall asleep or right before you wake up, where your cat may come through a little bit easier since you're in a more relaxed state, a little bit more spiritually open state. And so be very mindful of your dreams when you see a cat appear and visit you. I can tell that your throat is also an exit point that wants to be used at this time for you to express yourself. So whether that is just through breath work, whether that is through you speaking out to your higher self, speaking out to your cat who has passed, those are all great ways for you to release the energy that's pent up within you so that you can feel a lot more comfortable. When you're focusing on really releasing that blockage in the root, we're doing the healing now, and I'm healing you essentially from the outside in. When you begin to heal yourself, you're healing from the inside out. So that is a perfect combination to get to the root cause of what's going on in terms of imbalances within you. And so one way to help you heal from the inside out on your part after the session is grounding your energy through skin to earth contact. The medicine of Mother Earth is very magnetic and will detox any unwanted emotions or unprocessed emotions that need to be released, that are no longer serving you. In the same breath, the medicine of Mother Earth will recalibrate your energy centers from the bottom up and then help to relieve that headache as well. There is a video that I've created called Protect Your Energy. It is in the link in my bio. And if you are wanting to learn how to ground yourself using different techniques, as well as learning how to energy cleanse yourself using the 5 elements of earth, water, fire, air, and spirit, that's definitely something I highly recommend for you. Barbara, you said, I have been going outside, remembering you said to do that, LOL. Love that. Absolutely. Keep up the good work. If you can, until your headache really alleviates itself, for the most part, try to bump up the times that you're doing that. So if you're only doing it for 20 minutes a day, see if you can bump that up to at least 40 or so. And make sure that you have no technology on you. So no Fitbit, no Apple Watch, no phone or anything like that, no iPad. Just so that you can really connect with the present moment and connect with Mother Earth's energy one-on-one. That will help you the most, because again, if you have your phone, if you have the technology, you are overstimulating the mind, and we want to reduce the stimulation that's going on in the mind. I'm not sure if your schedule has been a little bit thrown off as well. Maybe it's impacting your sleep schedule too. I'm seeing something here with sleep, so be a little bit mindful about staying consistent with the times that you fall asleep. That could really bring you a lot more comfort. You're like, I don't sleep. Okay, there we go. I was like, there's something going on with sleep. So Barbara, why is it that you don't sleep? Is it more insomnia? Do you feel like it's a lot of stress and anxiety? Is it something that's recent or common for you? Stress and getting used to the cat not being there. Okay, so things obviously can feel a little bit different, especially if your cat used to sleep in your bed or in the same room as you, and you're used to having that kind of comfort and company there. Lots of quick changes can obviously impact the sleep, so we know what's going on there. When you are considering doing those energy cleansing practices, try to do so right before you go to bed to comfort yourself into sleep. So whatever your nighttime routine is right now, if it's binge watching TikTok, if it's binge watching television, and then you're trying to kind of lull yourself to sleep that way, again, we're bringing more stimulus into the mind, and that blue light that comes from technology as well is probably a factor in raising your cortisol levels and not allowing you to have sufficient enough sleep. So if you can trade some of your nighttime routine that you're currently doing that you know is not serving you to something more like staying present, energy cleansing, maybe even just a shower or a bath, and then go straight to bed, those are things that can help you out. But Barbara, something that I definitely suggest, I know that there's been a lot of suggestions and recommendations here, but a place where you can get all of the recommendations that I just said in one cute little package for you to access at any point in time that you need, that's going to be the Beyond Balance program. It's just a 4-week self-paced program that goes over every single aspect of what I said. It also includes the Protect Your Energy videos, so that may be something that is useful to you, so that you can really start to decompress the stress, the anxiety, and even the grief from all 4 of your energetic bodies. I'm going to go ahead and write some Reiki symbols here for the crown and the root. Breathe in twice for me, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. In through the nose, and out through the mouth. Very good. All right, Barbara, that is all that I have for you today. I'm going to send you some of those recommendations and resources through an email after the session. It may come later tonight or maybe early tomorrow. With that being said, if you are interested in learning a little bit more information about the Beyond Balance program, you can access that through the link in my bio. Just scroll down. It's the button right after the live healing session, and you can check out more about that. And if you decide to enroll, then I will also make sure that you get a little bonus too, which is an energy insight report where I'm breaking down every single one of your energy centers and giving you some tips and advice and guidance on how to heal each of them. That way, when you start the program, you're not second guessing yourself and saying, well, maybe I don't really know where I'm blocked, because I'm going to tell you every single thing. So we really only had the time to focus in on the root, the crown, and a little bit of the throat today, but it would be wise that if you do find interest in the Beyond Balance program, as soon as you sign up, I will go ahead and send you that little bonus. So that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy and do a healing on you. I'm going to go ahead and close you out. Do you do any love Reiki? Yes, I actually do quite a bit of love Reiki. Okay, beautiful. You're very welcome, Barbara. I'm going to go ahead and see who is next in line, but if there's anyone who's really resonating with Barbara and what she is going through, or a piece of information that you just gained from her little reading, go ahead and share that with us and let us know. Tatiana, I have you next here. Give me 1 second. Got some water. Becky, if you would like a reading, or anyone else would like a reading and energy healing, make sure that you're going to the top of my page. It's the link in my bio. Let me know your area of concern or a manifestation that you're looking to enhance today. You'll hop onto my list and then we'll get it started. Tatiana, your area of concern is feeling lost and directionless, grieving the end of a 25-year friendship. Okay, so let's go ahead and tap in. You can consent out loud in your head or even in the chat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Major things going on in the crown, the third eye, and the heart space for you. I feel like a lot of this is taking a very mental and emotional toll, and with the head and the heart not being in balance, that's what's causing a lot of the maybe lack of focus or feeling directionless. So it's really important for us today to really focus on those aspects of your inner being right now. Let me see if there's anything else kind of going on in the lower half. There could be some imbalances there. I'm feeling maybe a little bit of underactivity, for instance, in the solar plexus, but your spirit guides are like, don't even work on the lower 3 right now. It's all about these top ones. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to respect what your spirit guides are telling me. And I'm going to focus in the heart space first, just to kind of alleviate the overactivity that I see happening here, because a lot of times when we're grieving, the heart space can be overactive because there's just so many emotions that are trying to come through. We have to process all of them, and if we're not consciously processing and filtering these emotions through our being, then it will cause the imbalance. And so with that being said, I'm going to have you take your hands, rub them together so that they are getting warmed up. You can really start to feel them tingle, get them activated with your own healing energy, and then blow into them 3 times. And then place them on your heart space. Really infuse your own healing energy into yourself as I am using Reiki to clear out any overactivity and help you to regulate your emotional body. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good job. Keep breathing in and out. Leave your left hand on your heart space. Bring your right hand down to your belly. Going to help to activate that solar plexus a little bit as well as we are working on the heart space. 2 more breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Loud exhale. Allow yourself to make some noise. It is okay. Inhale again. Loud exhale. Beautiful. You can keep your hands there for as long as you feel comfortable to do so. I'm going to move up to those top 2 energy centers that are feeling rather blocked right now. So that's going to be the third eye and the crown for you. We're just going to keep doing plenty extractions to kind of help alleviate all of the pent-up energy here. Now, I always say that emotion is just energy in motion. It is never meant to be stuck or solid within our being, but whenever we are no longer conscious about processing, identifying, and listening to what our emotions have to say, then it is very easy for those emotions to get stuck and stagnant and trapped in the body, and that's what is causing these blockages. So there is something that I call the ride the wave technique, which is exactly how you process and filter emotions out through the body. I do believe I have a couple videos that touch on this technique, but everything about this technique is included in the Beyond Balance program as well. So if you are considering taking healing into your own hands, regulating your nervous system, and getting more in tune with your mental and emotional body, then I really do suggest that once you get that program, really take some good notes on the ride the wave technique. So in that program, it's only 4 weeks. The very first week is healing the physical body. The second week is healing the emotional body. The third week is healing the mental body. And the fourth week is healing the spiritual body. And that is going to be a game changer for you, especially if you are feeling, again, a bit directionless. Maybe you have a little bit of a lack of focus. Maybe your confidence is a little bit shot as well because of that relationship that had ended too. Maybe going through things with a little bit of your identity as well. Second guessing yourself a little bit can happen when we have relationships that end. Right now, your spirit guides are saying self-care is going to be huge, which self-care is huge for everyone. But whenever you're going through something this big, in terms of a 25-year-old friendship coming to its end, it really is important to nurture yourself at this time and be like your biggest supporter energetically. Nourishing yourself with the foods that you're eating, nourishing yourself with the media that you're consuming, nourishing yourself with the words that you're saying about yourself. Just that inner dialogue is very, very important to be mindful about. And so if you have not yet created or established self-care routines, that could be something that you're replacing a lot of your time, your energy, and your attention with to really help you get back in tune with the relationship you have with yourself. I'm going to go ahead and write some Reiki symbols on the crown and third eye for you. I really do believe it's going to be a good practice for you. This could be one of your self-care practices to speak to your higher self, speak to your spirit guides, and just vent to them. Vent about what is going on in your life right now, how you're feeling right now, about all areas of your life. But when you're able to communicate and build that relationship with your spirit guides and really just sit in a distraction-free zone and communicate with them, you are going to get a lot of beautiful insights. And I think it's time for you to be able to do just that and really allow spirit to cleanse you through this time. So I talk a lot about energy cleansing here on my live streams and all over social media. And one of the ways to energy cleanse yourself is tapping into the element of spirit. And I feel like for you right now, it's so important to see the bigger picture of things. It's very important for you to kind of look at everything from a bird's eye view, and you communicating with your spirit guides in a higher level of consciousness is going to be able to reveal a lot and make you feel like, oh, okay, maybe I feel a little bit of resistance right here and right now, but the bigger picture is that I'm going somewhere else. Like maybe I have these opportunities that are about to present themselves to me and I have to be ready for them. Maybe I have to open up some space and time in my life for something that is coming. And so now I have to be ready for it. It can be many different things. I'm just giving quick examples for you so you can understand where I'm trying to get at. Beautiful. Take in 2 more deep breaths for me here. And out through the mouth. And through the nose. And out through the mouth. Beautiful. So Tatiana, that is all that I have for you today. I will say those blockages in the crown and third eye are things that feel very, very solid. And so it is up to you to make sure that you're maintaining the healing work that we're doing after the session. Now, these one-on-one sessions, you will receive the Reiki healing benefits for at least 10 days afterwards. So we'll kind of see and maybe do a little bit of a check-in in a couple days to see how you're feeling. But these seem very deep rooted, like they don't want to let go because you're holding on to them. So when it comes to energy healers, sometimes we can get it all, sometimes it's like only 75% that we're able to get to because the recipient is holding on to the rest of the 25%. And so right now I can see that whatever is blocking those 2 energy centers the most right now is something that is not set in stone forever, but they want to be set right there. But we have to allow them to release themselves. We have to allow them to heal. We have to allow them to move forward into a more balanced state of being for your overall general health. And so definitely really do consider either the Beyond Balance program, and if you're not ready for a program right now, then at least a solid one-on-one session where it's 60 minutes long. That way I have a little bit more time to work on what's going on, and then we can also chat via Zoom and kind of help you get through these experiences that are current in your life at this time. So thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. I'm going to go ahead and close you out. You said I feel that. Okay. They're strong. Sometimes those blockages are strong, and what can happen too is that when we're working on healing one area that's blocked, we can almost sense that energy shift and move because it doesn't want to be released, right? But it's very important that it does get released, or else it's going to continue to impact us negatively in many different other ways. And so it's always my job to make sure that you guys are not manifesting dangerous health concerns for yourself. And if blockages start as energy and emotion first, the longer that they stay within your being, they turn physical, and that's where we have different diagnoses for stuff that I don't even want to get into. So that's why we do something like energy healing, and that's why it's so important that you guys either seek more help and guidance so that you know how to energy heal yourself as well, or you just stay consistent with practitioners that can help you along your journey until that issue is alleviated. I'm going to read some of these comments that we have, but did anyone resonate with Tatiana's healing today? If there was a certain aspect of it that you resonated with or it stuck out to you, definitely share that with us and let us know. I think someone asked for some advice about meditation. It's all about observing your thoughts instead of trying to get out ahead of them and stop them or chase them or ride along with them. So finding yourself a very distraction-free zone where it's either quiet or you have a little bit of music in the background. Maybe it's sometimes better too if you're out in nature, because then there's other things that you can look at and zone out on. But allowing yourself not to be consumed with what is going on in your mind, just observing your thoughts as they come and go, is the simplest way that I can say to meditate in terms of like beginner practices. There are some people who cannot really be still, and they have to kind of fidget, move around, and do some things actively and very physically. So if that's the case, finding out what works best for you. Sometimes that is doing some yoga, sometimes that is stretching in any capacity, sometimes that is art or dance. Even doing pretty mundane or tedious things can get you into that meditative space where you're just kind of like in the zone and you're not really like concerned about other things in the past, other things in the future. You're just really in the present moment, locked in with your inner being. That's the goal. As long as you can kind of get locked into that inner being, you will reach different levels of your meditation as well. And so that first level is kind of like that monkey mind where you're thinking of a whole bunch of things and you're not really paying attention to, you know, your inner being just yet, or your emotions just yet. And then once that monkey mind kind of settles down, you kind of break through into a different level, and there could be many different levels that you break through to, one of them being you having access to collective wisdom. And that's where people receive a lot of downloads and codes and messages from their ancestors or spiritual team. And so when I am doing Reiki healing sessions on you and I'm connecting to your higher selves and your spiritual teams, I go straight there because I've practiced my way to do that, and that's where I can access a lot of the things that are going on within your being. So if you're also needing help with the fact that you feel like you can't really tune into your spirit guides, or your intuition is a little bit hit or miss, then getting one of those sessions can really help you understand how your spirit guides communicate with you and kind of unlock certain things that may have been impacted and not allowing you to receive those messages in the first place. Beautiful. Any questions as we are here together today, talking about limiting beliefs for the collective, talking about grief, talking about energetic blockages? Feel free to share any questions that you have. How do you stop energy from missing someone? So you trying to stop something that's happening organically within your being is going to cause more of the same. And so instead of saying, how do I stop myself from missing someone? How can you forgive yourself for missing someone? How can you allow yourself to miss someone and not judge yourself for it? How can you allow those emotions to surface up and be released to complete its process, instead of trying to get out ahead of it and keep it in there for longer? Because the more that you're trying to stop yourself from missing someone, again, the more that you're focused in on missing them and you're cultivating more of that energy within you. Now, you can distract yourself with healthy distractions, and a lot of that could be some of your self-care or spiritual self-growth practices. Maybe you decide to develop or learn a new skill, and those could be great ways to keep your mind preoccupied, so you're not really in limerence where you're just completely in a daze thinking about them 24/7. But if it is someone that you've been rather intimate with on a physical level, even if it was a platonic relationship as well, but very specifically too, if it was something that was physical, a cord cutting may be very beneficial. I personally, whenever I end relationships with anyone in my life, whether it is platonically or romantically, I make sure to do a cord cutting ceremony. That way I can reclaim all of the energy that they're still holding on to from me, and I can send them their energy back, because I don't want it, I want mine, thank you. And we can kind of allow that energetic exchange to come to completion, and that way it also helps you not think about them as much or feel energetically tied to them as much, because we're breaking that tie. Now, you can do that kind of process with someone who you still want to be connected with. All it does is clear out the ties that were very negative and that no longer serve you as a union. how to avoid picking up other people's negativity. This is something I talk about so much, and it's all about energy cleansing. It's all about strengthening your energetic field. We have an energetic field that encapsulates us, if you want to visualize it that way, and depending on how strong or how weak that energy field is, that will be impacting us in terms of what we're able to absorb from other people. So if you're someone who constantly gets drained in big groups or situations with your friends, maybe you try to go out with your friends, but you realize they're always getting drained and you're really feeling like tired and you feel like they're maybe stealing your energy. It doesn't have to just be friends, but other people as well. Then that would be indicative of a weakened energetic field. And so how do you strengthen your energy field? Energy cleansing. And one of the best ways to do so is grounding. That's why I always say to have skin to earth contact for almost every single person that I heal, because we lack that a lot in this society and in this modern age. So if any of you are really wanting to protect your energy, I do have a protect your energy video that is in the link in my bio. And so it explains all the benefits of what energy cleansing can do for you. And you can learn how to energy cleanse yourself using the 5 elements of earth, fire, air, water, and spirit. This is an angel aura quartz, and so as we are doing healing for the collective today for limiting beliefs, this is a crystal that will help you connect to higher levels of consciousness and really start to embody your higher self energy so that you are moving forward with options, with possibilities, with potential opportunities instead of resistance. So lack, fear, doubt, or worry. Great questions. How do you align yourself and discover the energy blockages that you mentioned being deep rooted? So that is a lot of the information that I have on that is included in the Beyond Balance program. That's exactly why I created that program. So in the Beyond Balance program, I show you how to tap into your own individual energy, because a lot of us who are not attuned yet to our own energy pick up a lot of other people's, just like how I was saying about the energetic field. And so we have our energy mixed with other people's energy, and we're struggling to navigate life because we're being impacted in all these different kinds of ways, unknowing of how to actually release and energy heal ourselves. So that's where Beyond Balance steps in and allows you through different practices, tools, techniques, and skill building to tap into your own individual energy and start the releasing process there. So the releasing process is you understanding the rules to releasing for all 4 energetic bodies, which is the physical body. How can you release blockages from the physical body? How can you release blockages from the emotional body, the mental body, and the spiritual body? All of that is included in that program. So I always give little tips and tricks depending on the area of concern it is that you have. So if you were to get like a mini Reiki healing session here on the live stream, I could tap into your own individual energy and see what's going on and maybe give you some pointers as to where to focus your energy healing. But in terms of giving like a short answer, it's really more nuanced than that, and there's so many more components that I would be dishonoring my program to kind of give you a quick little tip that may or may not help you. So it is very important that if you're looking to heal yourself, learn from someone who is qualified and certified to teach you, and make sure that you trust your practitioner. I'm always available for conversation if you're feeling like you're ready to bring healing into your own hands. All of the information about my mini healings here on the live stream can be found through the link in my bio. So go to my profile, hit the link in my bio, and click live healing session. We do have someone else who is in line here. So let's go ahead and see who that is and what we will be healing today. If anyone too is interested in the Beyond Balance program, you can find more information about that through the link in my bio as well. Read up on it, see if that is something that you resonate with. I love that program because it's one of my signature programs. It has helped so many people deal with a lot of different things. Because we touch on all four energetic bodies, the benefits of that program are so wide and so various depending on what it is that you're energetically going through. But some of the best results that I've gotten from my clients in that program is that they've manifested a lot more money for themselves. They have a lot more job opportunities. They have been able to heal a lot of their fatigue or the drained energy that they've been feeling. So they have a lot more of like an energy boost every single day without having to rely on other substances. They also understand how to navigate life a little bit easier because they are now more connected to that spirit version of themselves, and mentally they're a lot more clear and able to manifest certain things for themselves in an easier way and receive it much faster. Because when you focus on cleansing your energy, healing your energy, and balancing yourself from every single energy center, your manifestations come much easier because now you've raised your vibration and you're able to receive what it is those manifestations were without having anything energetically block you. So that's why I always say when it comes to receiving your manifestations, it's 80% energy, 20% strategy and action. The program is called Beyond Balance. And you can either DM me with any questions you have or just go straight to the link in my bio and read more up on that program as well. Kyla, if you're still here, you are next for an energy healing. So you have big life changes in lots of areas. Okay, so are you experiencing any sort of stress or anxiety with these life changes, or are you just looking to be very open to the changes and kind of ride it, feeling very solid, feeling very good and confident? If there's anything else you can kind of give me here, that would be great. And if not, that's totally fine too. We're just going to clear out some blockages that I may find or imbalances that need to be brought back into a state of harmony within your being. I'll give you a moment to kind of type in the chat anything it is that you want to share. And in a moment, we'll get started. Anxiety, overwhelmed, uncertainty, grieving some losses, broke up with your fiance, moved back across the country. Okay, lots of changes. You weren't lying. You're like, these are big changes. All right, so let's go ahead and regulate your nervous system a little bit, get you back into a state of inner peace and harmony. So I'm gonna have you consent out loud in your head or even in the chat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Oof, your third eye is definitely overactive. I feel like you've been spending a lot of time in your mind, and really in your imagination to try to project a different future for yourself and see certain things, and it's like half of your mind is caught up in the past, half of your mind is caught up in the future, and almost none of your mind is in the present moment. And that is directly impacting your solar plexus, which is your life force energy. And so when we have something going on like that, where you're too fixated on the past or too fixated on the future instead of the present, your body physically reacts to that. Now, the lower three energy centers you have, and we're talking about the solar plexus is included in that, but the lower three energy centers you have is what connects you to the physical reality. And so right now you're pretty disconnected from the physical reality and what's going on in the present moment because your body is too busy reacting to where your mind is at. So it's very important that we kind of collapse all of that energy back into ourselves and reclaim that energy, because if you are having that energy spread out too far into non-existent realities at this time for you, you are kind of weakening your own power. And so it's important to reclaim all of that so that you can sit in the present moment and empower yourself a lot more, so every decision that you make or action that you take has a lot more punch to it, and you can feel a lot more solid with every single step that you are taking. You were saying, went back to my old job, getting promoted, and everything is going very well. Very good. But still grieving while also being grateful. Okay, so yeah, I can see that you're actively making these changes for positivity for you and to have like a healthy lifestyle, but still things need to be processed, right? We can't kind of run away from it or anything like that. So we're going to make sure that we are healing that third eye first and foremost, and then we're going to get right into that solar plexus and kind of activate it a little bit more, because there's like a lot of worry that is just like in that area for you, and that's going to start to impact maybe your digestion. Maybe you've noticed that your appetite has changed lately, or maybe you have been eating a lot less, or maybe eating a lot more. I just really feel like this could be something that's already been impacting you in a very physical way. Maybe too, when you are experiencing that overwhelm or anxiety, you feel it in your gut first. You said, yes, I left an abusive relationship, so I'm still upset, but getting everything I want and happy. Very weird feeling, I can imagine. So I'm going to have you keep breathing. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And really let out a vocal sigh. Get into the habit of releasing the energy that is pent up within you. And we're going to do a lot of extractions here for the third eye. The thing about having overactivity, or any imbalance for that matter, in the third eye, is that it completely skews your perspective of things and your perception of things. And so if you are thinking of manifesting a happy and healthy future for yourself, but it's impacted, you could fall into a rabbit hole of a lot of hyper judgment, hyper criticism, or really taking things personally and offensively when they were not meant that way. And so it could really impact your relationships moving forward as well. The relationship that you have with yourself, of course, but the relationship that you have with others in terms of friends, family, co-workers, clients, things like that. We want to make sure that we're seeing reality for what it is, and we're not making too many things up in our mind's eye. That too being said, especially since you said it was an abusive relationship, we don't have to get into the nuances of that, but a lot of times I find in abusive relationships there's some manipulation, and that could also be something that has impacted your third eye over the past few months, years, however long it was that you were dating that person. And so when we have that kind of manipulation done to us, it becomes a lot easier for us to believe in illusions instead of to, again, see things at face value. You said a lot of manipulation, okay. For you, grounding is going to be something very important. I would honestly say you getting in tune with almost every single one of the elements is important for you at this time, because there are so many different kinds of changes, and on all levels, like personally, professionally, romantically, like all of it, spiritually. And so it's really important to understand how to use all 5 elements. But I would say maybe the first few to focus on are earth, water, and fire. Keep breathing into the nose, out through the mouth. We're going to focus in on the solar plexus, and I can already tell that there's like either very physical or energetic, like contracting. So make sure that you are letting the belly kind of hang out. Relax all the muscles of the face, all the muscles of the body. Deep belly breaths in through the nose, down to the diaphragm, and from the diaphragm out through the mouth. We don't want to resist the healing, right? But that can happen too when we are in a relationship like that. It's like we are always in fight or flight or fawn or freeze, and our nervous system becomes, dysregulated. So it's very important to be conscious of when you're even tensing up in regular life. So if you are someone who you're driving and you're clutching onto the wheel, or you're doing dishes and you're clutching onto the sponge, or you feel yourself kind of like just tense, remember to tap back into your breath, tap back into your physical body instead of tapping into your mind so much, and really allow yourself to release that tension. Very good. I'm going to write a Reiki symbol here on the solar plexus to help empower you, to help you feel strong in these moments of change, to help you feel confident in all of the decisions that you make and the actions that you take. One big breath in here. Your spirit guides are telling me that you are your best friend right now. So treat yourself like that. Treat yourself to nice things. Be kind to yourself with the words that you're saying. Be gentle with yourself. There's so much change that you need to be that familiarity within yourself. And so even if you are moving back to a town or a state that you were originally at, and you're, with the coworkers that you were with beforehand, things have changed. Things are still going to be brand new. And so you have to have that level of comfort and familiarity within yourself first if you're wanting to see that level of comfort and familiarity out externally as well. I always say that whatever you're experiencing externally is a direct reflection of what's going on with you internally. So it's very important that we're recalibrating back to our inner being if we want to make a great change in the life that we're living. For you, I would definitely say you have a couple different options, Kyla. If you don't really know that much about energy healing right now, you're just dipping your toes into the mix, or maybe you have like a smaller time frame to really implement new things, I would so highly suggest the Beyond Balance program, so that you can get more in tune with how your energy centers are working with you, how you can use them to manifest certain things, how you can build more confidence and security. But if you feel like you pretty much know some things about energy healing, but maybe just not everything, but you're more concerned with healing the relationship that you have with yourself so that you can manifest healthier relationships in romance, personally and professionally, that's the Unblocked program. So the two biggest differences are the time commitments and how much access you have to me exclusively. With Beyond Balance, they're all pre-recorded Reiki videos, as well as the modules and the teachings that are in there. And you don't have necessarily one-on-one access to me via Zoom, but we can email back and forth, so you're able to communicate with me. With the Unblocked program, that is 3 months as opposed to 4 weeks. So in those 3 months, 90 days, we're working together. We have Zoom conversations, Zoom healing sessions, Zoom tarot readings, as well as all the content in the modules. And that's going to be great for you to overcome any resistance. Now, someone else also did ask, what is resistance that I'm referring to? Resistance is any of that energetic or emotional blockages you feel when you're trying to receive a certain manifestation or live a desired lifestyle. So oftentimes resistance will creep up in the form of fear, doubt, worry, or even lack. And so if you're really wanting to balance your career, balance your personal life and the self-care routines that you have going on, and balance your romantic life and make sure that you're having healthy and harmonious relationships, that's the Unblocked program, and that's like the grandest program that I have to offer at this time. So it's up to you to kind of decide if you want to have a phone call conversation about it to kind of get more to the bottom of things, or even just go back and forth through the DMs, then definitely we can do that. But when I suggest my programs, I do suggest them very intentionally. And if there's someone who I feel could really benefit from them, I make sure to pack an extra punch with the message. And I feel like at this time in your life, either one of those could really, really serve you. Let me see. You were saying, my problem is time. I actually do some energy clearing and grounding, all kinds of stuff. My problem is finding time. So if your problem is finding time, then maybe stick to Beyond Balance right now, because it is more self-paced. The Unblocked program does require you to be a little bit more on top of it. Now, the curriculum every single week is really not too much, maybe like 2 hours absolute maximum for one or two of the weeks. The rest of them is going to be under 2 hours, maybe about an hour or so. And then if you're like writing things down, or you're kind of doing a little bit more of like the reflection, of course those could take a little bit longer. But if you really are like, time is just a factor, then Beyond Balance is going to serve you a lot better, because there's no deadlines that you have to meet, essentially, because we don't have those one-on-one Zoom meetings there. But if you have questions, of course, in that program, feel free to reach out to me and we can get you any answers that you're looking for. But thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. I know that we kind of like rambled on at the end there, but I think it was very necessary, because depending on how I was feeling your energy out to be, I was like, especially healing from an abusive relationship, I think that that's what it is, because I've not only healed myself from many abusive relationships, I've helped heal others from abusive relationships, and I know that's not easy work to do alone, and I feel like that's exactly why I'm kind of coming at this with a little bit more of a punch. But again, thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. I'm going to go ahead and close you out. You're very, very welcome. Anyone else resonate with Kyla's reading or session today? If something's really stuck out to you, some pieces of advice that you're going to kind of coin and take on for yourself, then share with us. Very, very welcome. Okay, let me see if there's anyone else who's waiting in line at this time. Okay, not just yet. I'm gonna go back to this one. I always love bringing in a selenite, just because I feel like it's so pure. It's really great for cleansing. It's really great for releasing negativity that could be stuck anywhere in your body. And so for right now, when we're doing these collective healings, a lot of it is the limiting beliefs that we are trying to at least bring to the surface, make it easier for you guys to tread on a higher flying feeling or thought when you're going through those moments of resistance. But anyone like to share what they feel they are resisting right now in life? So are you resisting positive relationships? Are you resisting a certain dollar amount in your bank account? Are you resisting some sort of success in any capacity? Are you resisting a good nutritional diet or some sort of exercise routine? What is it that you're experiencing resistance in the most right now? How to not attract people with bad energy. So again, always going to be your energetic field, but it's important that you are tapping into your energy first and foremost, because once you're recalibrating your own energy for peace, harmony, and balance, you will notice that a lot of the people who usually kind of came your way that were treading on more of a negative like a negative theme in their life, they don't come around you as much. However, there is such a thing as having your light be so bright that you kind of attract all energies. But when your light is that bright and you have proper discernment, you are energy cleansing yourself, your energetic field is very strong, you know kind of how to sniff out when those people are not for your highest good, it gets easier to kind of thwart them away. And so I'm always going to recommend energy cleansing to strengthen your energetic field. I'm always going to recommend you tapping into your own energy by energy healing yourself, and also some protective jewelry can really add as extra enhancements on that journey of not really welcoming or attracting those people who are not for your highest good. So I do have a jewelry shop with me and my mom. We create the jewelry pieces in there. They have crystals and they also have Reiki to help protect against any sort of negativity, ill will, jealousy, evil eye, and things like that. So if you guys are interested in protective jewelry, then you can go to the link in my bio, scroll all the way down to Etsy Earth Magic Jewels, and see our collection. Mela Moonbeam, yes, you said that. You've mentioned that about your neighbors a couple times on these live streams. My recommendations are going to stay the exact same as they always do. So if you haven't gotten the Protect Your Energy video from the link in my bio, that's going to be the game changer for you, because I go into great detail of how to use all the 5 elements, because when you're able to clear and cleanse your energy, that's how you protect your energy. That's how you keep your peace of mind, your peace of your emotions, your peace physically as well. And you'll notice too, the more that you're healing yourself, the more that you're cleansing your energy, everything around you starts to kind of follow that lead. And so there could be a reason why you are attracting these neighbor situations where maybe you're always outside and they're yelling and you're like, ugh, why is it always that, like, when I try to go to my car, they're always being so rude and disrespectful. It could just be like a schedule thing too. If you're noticing that they're always acting up at a certain time of day, do your best to kind of limit yourself physically from being in that kind of environment. But ultimately, when you're working on yourself on a very energetic level, it's like you will just not be a magnet to those kinds of situations anymore. But yeah, you were like, oh, I forgot about watching that, or I'm used to negativity almost. It could be. You could be subconsciously conditioned to the negativity. So, for instance, not saying that this is specifically your situation, but if you were growing up in a household that was very violent or dangerous or was very abusive or negative, and then you moved out by yourself, some of that former familiarity could be manifesting. And that's exactly why I work on the root causes of the imbalances in people's energy, to make sure that we're clearing ourselves from those past situations so that we have a better and brighter future. So you said because of childhood trauma. So you're exactly kind of saying what I'm saying. Very important that you are going to get that Protect Your Energy video. If you are more interested in learning how to energy heal yourself and all your energy centers with the added bonus of the Protect Your Energy video, then I would just say Beyond Balance, which I know that you know about because you've been here for a couple times now on these live streams. So the Beyond Balance program already has all of the Protect Your Energy video content, and so you can just kind of get 2 birds with 1 stone in a package deal if you're ready for that. If not, you just kind of want to test the waters with that video first, do the Protect Your Energy video, and then reach back out to me. You will notice differences within the very first day, but it's not just, oh, let me do an energy cleansing 1 time for 20 minutes and I'm perfect for the rest of my life. You want to stay consistent in it, and that's how you're going to get the best long-lasting results. You're very welcome. You having awareness though of that, of the similarities between what you're experiencing right now in childhood, is really, really good. So Amy, I see you here. And right now your areas of concern are employment and then relocating. So is there any emotional aspects that you're experiencing with this? Are you excited about this? Are you not so excited about this? Are you feeling fearful? Are you feeling anxious or stressed or overwhelmed? Let me know what the emotional or even physical components are, maybe even mental, and how this is impacting you. anxiousness, so close to getting the position and working on clearing. Oh, sorry, that was somebody else. So anxiousness, so close to getting the position. Okay, perfect. So let's help you to relieve some of those nerves. I'm going to have you consent out loud in your head or even in the chat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Okay, so actually a lot of the lower three energy centers, which does not surprise me here. I am going to say that all of the lower three energy centers are in imbalanced state right now. So the solar plexus underactive, root is blocked, and the sacral is treading on a little overactivity. So we have a block, an overactivity, and then a bit of an underactivity. So with that being said, those lower three energy centers are what connects us to the physical plane. And when those energy centers are impacted, it does increase our anxiety. That's like one of the quickest or most common symptoms of having imbalances in the lower three energy centers is anxiety, because anxiety comes when we're not really feeling comfortable, safe, or secure in what we're experiencing in the present moment. So to help you connect more into the physical reality of yours, to help you connect more to just these manifestations that you're even having for the future, so that you can be solid and secure right now, and then solid and secure when you receive them, so that this opportunity doesn't pass you by. We're going to make sure that we're working in on that today. So I want you to take a deep breath in through the nose, down to the belly, out through the mouth, and take your hands, rub them together, blow into them 3 times. And then take these hands and place them around your ovaries, around your hip bones or your joints, and just infuse a lot of your own healing energy into this area. And I want you to just think of, you can even place your thumbs, like you can't really see, but you can place your thumbs up here by your belly, and then you have the majority of your palms probably right underneath your navel, and then your fingertips are pointing down to your root. So you really want to make sure that you're spreading your hands open while you're doing this process, so we can hit all 3 at the same time. And keep breathing into this area. If you can, take your feet and plant them firmly on the ground, so you're feeling that connection that you have to the physical world and to the earth, feeling very supported, and that you have a solid foundation underneath you. And relax. The element of earth and the element of fire are calling out for you at this time to use them to cleanse your energy. Fire is really going to help kind of destroy and eliminate some of the negativity and the anxiety that it is that you are feeling. It's also going to help you get a little bit more comfortable with fire energy in general, which can be a little unpredictable. It can be a little bit fast moving, but it's also creation energy. Fire is as much creation as it is destruction. So as we are kind of removing some impurities with the fire element, we're also getting you more acclimated to creative energy or creator energy. Then with the element of earth, that's really what's going to help detox you. The magnetic pull of Mother Nature will help to detox and pull out all of the anxieties, the stress, and the overwhelm that it is that you're feeling, while reconnecting you to the physical plane as well. So that's going to be a game changer as well for any anxiety that you're facing. Keep breathing into that area and out from that area. Your spirit guides are coming in with a message saying keep your eye on the prize. So don't trick yourself into feeling discouraged. Don't trick yourself into feeling less than. Don't trick yourself into feeling worried about this particular manifestation of yours, especially since it's on its way. You can kind of get in your own way and block your blessings. So it's very important to keep your eye on the prize in a sense where you're not necessarily holding on to attachment for it, but you are visualizing yourself in a position where it's already experienced by you. You can carry the weight of that manifestation. If it was just served up on a silver platter, would you take it or would you be hesitant? Would you still be worried about it? No. So the same thing happens here too. Everything that we desire is energetically already close to us. It's not something that's far away that we have to kind of bring from somewhere else and drag it all the way to us. And so allow yourself to experience this blessing by keeping your eye on the prize in a very positive way. A lot of extractions here, specifically for the root, and a little bit for the sacral as well. If your hands are getting tired, you may release them at this time. Place some Reiki symbols on your lower 3 energy centers. I feel like you're going to notice huge energetic shifts within the next 3 or 4 days. This Reiki healing is going to last in your system for the next 10 days, but I think within the next 3 or 4, there's going to be some big realizations and epiphanies for you. And so just keep that in mind, being very open to different possibilities. I feel like there's going to be some older manifestations that are going to be received by you as well. That way you can kind of get comfortable with receiving these desires, even if they've been desires for a really long time, you didn't think that you were going to receive them. That's usually how they go. But since you're kind of holding on almost to this one manifestation of employment and relocating, I think that the universe is going to try and bring you some manifestations that you've already forgotten about to show you how easy it can be to receive and to kind of get your mind away from not having something that you really want at this time by having you have gratitude and appreciation for things that you are experiencing right here and right now. Beautiful. All right, Amy, take in one more deep breath for me. And out. Very good. So that is all that I have for you today. If I had a recommendation, it would probably be a longer one-on-one Reiki session, which is like a 60-minute Reiki session where I then also pull some cards for you too. I feel like you having a little bit of a card reading can help you out with just understanding where your manifestations are coming through. And if you're having any questions for spirit, we can have them answered in that one session. If you are on a journey right now where you're looking for more healing techniques to bring your body into balance so that you can continue to manifest things easier for you and you can actually co-create more of what it is that you do want as opposed to what you do not want, then I would say the Beyond Balance program is going to be a great fit for you as well. So if you want more information on Beyond Balance, I will be sending you that through an email after the session. Probably it's going to get to you by tomorrow. Or you can go to the link in my bio and hit Beyond Balance, read more about it, and if you feel like it resonates with you, then definitely sign up for that program because it'll help you no matter what. So that's all I have. I'm not sure if I closed you out yet. I think I did, but just one more just in case. Beautiful. We're all set. Thank you so much. Yes, please love more info. Beautiful. Can you do some anxiety breathing? So everything that we're doing here today is for limiting beliefs for the collective. So I do have Reiki for anxiety. That is a live stream that I did actually not too long ago. That is on my YouTube. So if you're looking for some Reiki for anxiety, then we can definitely have you tune in over on YouTube and find that, and then you can relax for 2 hours in that session. Other than that, the only breathing techniques that I really perform here is just very simple. So in through the nose, down to the belly, and out through the mouth. I don't really get fancy with it. I don't know, call me a Taurus. I like to stick with my things that are traditional, but I also don't like to confuse a lot of people unless I feel like it's absolutely necessary to bring in a different kind of technique, then I will. But in terms of anxiety breathing, sometimes I've done that for myself in the past, like the whole nostril situation. And sometimes I just don't feel like touching my nose when I'm trying to not have anxiety. So I turn to energy cleansing for that. Would you recommend any root chakra exercises? So there's actually different yoga poses to help you with the root. But if you're looking to just cleanse the root and heal the root, then that's why I always suggest grounding, because it's one of the easiest ways that you can do so for yourself. I also walk people through an energy purging technique in my programs that help you to release the pent up trauma or stagnant energy or unprocessed and unhealed emotions that can be stuck, creating blockages in your energy centers. And so that energy purging technique is something that I think I posted about here on TikTok, but I go into more detail about in my programs, and that can help you a lot. Reiki is something scientific. Okay, so Kimberlyn, we have you next. Let me see what your area of concern is. Okay, so you and your boyfriend have broken up, so you're feeling pretty lost, and you don't know what you want for your life anymore. So that can definitely happen when it comes to these relationships where you were expecting, obviously, for it to be a union that lasted a lot longer. So you're projecting a future reality into your energy, into your frequency, based off of having that one person by your side. But then when something happens like a breakup, and then that no longer means that you're in that union anymore, all of the energy that we used to project into our future, now it's kind of like, wow, I feel like I'm withdrawn. I feel like I have less energy. I feel like I maybe wasted my time or energy, and you can get confused and lost and stuck and not really know what your own desires are anymore. Sometimes too, we can get a little bit lost in relationships, which is normal, but it's very important to make sure that we are reconnecting with ourselves in full again after a breakup like that, so that we can get more in tune with what our desires are. So the lovely thing is, your heart is always going to have different desires all the time. That's exactly why you have a desire, you meet or reach that desire, and then you have another one lined up pretty much instantaneously. And so the good thing is that your heart is never going to stop creating those desires. It's just that your heart is going through heartbreak right now, and it may be a little bit more challenging for you to sense what those desires actually are, because there's so many other things going on in the heart space as well. So with that being said, I'm going to have you consent out loud in your head or even in the chat. Take a deep breath in for me, and a deep breath out. Yep, definitely some stuff going on in the third eye. It's feeling very confused. I would say it's pretty much in a blocked state right now. The crown is overactive. It feels very, very, very uncomfortable there. Heart space, of course, there's just the overall general feeling of anxiety and loss and confusion too. There's a lot of turmoil in the heart space, so I would go ahead and say that's pretty overactive, which is common for a heartbreak. Solar plexus and sacral are kind of hurting a little bit too. Confidence is shot, is what I'm literally just hearing from your spirit guides. And then that sacral, of course, because I can imagine that you guys were probably intimate, has some stuff going on there as well that's blocking that area and making it feel a little bit weak. So it's almost like an underactive towards a blocked state. So we have quite a few different things going on today. I'm going to try and hit as many of them as I possibly can right now, but I'm going to already tell you based off of what I'm sensing and feeling for you. Probably a one-on-one 60-minute session is going to serve you the absolute best, so that we have more time to work on every single one of these energy centers. But we're going to do everything that we can right now. So I'm going to have you relax all the muscles of your face, all the muscles of your body. If you are contracting your heart space or hiding your heart space, or you have like a water bottle or something in front of your heart space, make sure that you are opening it up at this time. There could be different emotions that arise in your being. Allow them to surface out. to be released by you. Very good. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. If you were in person with me, I would totally be doing a lot of drumming and rattling to break apart some of the stagnant energy that I see within your being, and I'm doing my best to recreate that with some of the little pitter patters here. But something that can really help you moving forward is somatic movement, or even EFT tapping, or getting into your physical body in the way of jogging, dancing, stomping on the ground, letting anger out and frustration out. So maybe it's time to hit a rage room, maybe it's time to do some boxing, or again, like a jog where you're kind of bouncing up and down and you have a lot of that movement that's breaking apart the energy within you. That way, not only will you start to feel a little bit more refreshed, but also your physical body has the option to release a lot of the emotion that you're going through in the heart space, but it's going to release endorphins as well and kind of boost your mood a bit too. The elements of earth and fire are calling out to you at this time, a little bit of air as well. So very important to get into energy cleansing yourself using those elements. Now, the more that you sit with your emotional body and your heart space, and you just listen to all of the emotions come through and kind of just give you a message, give you a lesson, give you something to really think about, the easier it is for you to understand what the next step is for you in life, because your heart space is like your internal navigational system. It's like your GPS or your compass. And so when you're feeling lost in life and you don't know what you want, when you're feeling stuck, when you just really have no idea what the next step is for you, it's always very important to listen to that heart space. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, and out through the mouth. So your heart space is going to be the one to tell you which direction to go to. Your third eye is going to be what helps you visualize that and conceptualize that a little bit more. Now, since your third eye is blocked and your crown is overactive, there can be some difficulties in connecting to your spirit guides at this time. But again, the more that you are energy cleansing yourself, the more that you're using the fire element, the earth element, the more that you're using even the air element as well, those could be things that really help alleviate the pressure that you have right now, just energetically and emotionally. From there, when you're staying consistent, and as long as you're in a distraction-free zone and you're calling up to your spirit guides, they will communicate. It just takes you listening out for them. Beautiful. Writing some Reiki symbols on the crown, the third eye, the heart space, and even the solar plexus and sacral. And again, just as a reminder, since there were a lot of energy centers to be worked on today, the best recommendation I have for you is a full 60-minute, 1 hour long session, one-on-one session. Or again, you can also opt for the Beyond Balance program, and in there includes the Protect Your Energy video, which walks you through how to use the elements to cleanse and protect your energy. Beautiful. Take in 2 more deep breaths from me in through the nose. And out. In. And out. Beautiful, Kimberlyn. All right, so that is all that I have for you. Be on the lookout for that email after the session. It's probably going to come to you by tomorrow. But if you are interested in a one-on-one 60-minute session with me, DM me for that, because I don't have that available for everyone on my Linktree. If you do want more information of the Beyond Balance program, that you can access through my Linktree. But it was such a pleasure connecting with you and healing you today. I'm going to go ahead and close you out. Beautiful. Seeing if I have any questions. Sweet. Anyone else resonate with Kimberlyn's healing session and or reading? You're very, very welcome. Anyone else resonate? Or if there were some things that really stood out to you in terms of guidance or advice that you are going to try and implement now, let us know what that is as well. Me releasing after a breakup. Have you done any plucking exercises? I don't take requests for exactly what I do here to heal. It's all intuitively led and based off of intention. But if you are interested in some of my plucking videos, I have plenty over on TikTok for you to browse through and enjoy. When is the next day for moon water? Oof, that's a good question. Whenever the next full moon is. I think we just had a new moon in Taurus, so we're up for a full moon. And so whenever that full moon is, that is going to be a great time for it. You can do moon water or make moon water 3 days before the new or full moon. Of course, on the day of is going to be the most potent, and then up to 3 days after. So you technically have a whole week for you to make some moon water. While you guys have me here, any other questions? A lot of energetic releases on my behalf as well. Money chakra, that could be all of them. So Daniel, what I would suggest for you is there is a free masterclass in the link in my bio called Chakra Codes, and in there it walks you through why you have maybe been blocked in receiving certain manifestations, and it walks you through how manifestation actually works using your chakras. And so going through that masterclass and understanding what every single chakra does and how it correlates to your manifestations in health, wealth, and relationships is going to be a game changer for you. Natalie, for you, energy cleansing, specifically with the element of earth, because earth helps to stabilize. And so having a consistent practice with the medicine of the earth and Mother Nature can really, really help you. I would probably say also the element of fire as well, to kind of break apart any of the stress from the symptoms that you experience as well, because we have to keep in mind that you having this as your diagnosis is also creating some mental and emotional stress for you as well as physical stress. And so the fire can kind of help cleanse out that stressed energy and bring you a little bit more into a state of inner peace and balance. But I definitely would suggest cleansing with the element of earth, if not also tapping into an actual one-on-one Reiki healing session with a practitioner could give you some results too. Emily, you're like, why am I so worn out? Probably same thing, energy cleansing. If you guys are not consistently energy cleansing yourself, that's going to manifest in so many different ways. And so why I harp on energy cleansing so much is because our energy needs to be cleansed just as much as our physical body needs to be cleansed. So every single day we brush our teeth, we take a shower, when our dishes are dirty, we wash them, when our sheets are dirty, we wash them, but then you don't do anything for your energetic health. Doesn't make sense. So in order for you to have great energy levels, it's important that you are taking great care of your energetic hygiene as well, and energy cleansing is the way to do that. I'm working through a decision to break up or stay. Many scenarios of the decision going through my mind. You got to follow your gut. When you can't rely on your heart or your head, you got to follow your gut. Your physical body is always going to let you know what the safest decision is for you. So I typically love to help people align the heart and the mind. But when it comes to situations like this, like a stay or should I go, and it involves so many different nuanced things, listen to your physical body, because your physical body is never going to lie to you. Can I put crystals in the water while it's out under the full moon? You can, but some crystals cannot be submerged underwater, so do some research as to which crystals are safe to be submerged. But something you can do as well is just get create the moon water and then put that moon water into a spray bottle, and you can spray your crystals very lightly as well to kind of enhance it. But you don't have to put it in the water as well. You can just keep your crystals out on the windowsill or directly in the moonlight, and it's still going to be absorbing the power of the moon as well. So you can have many different options. Will you try ASMR? I'm not an ASMR artist. I am a Reiki practitioner, so I'm mostly going to always stick with Reiki. The ASMR benefits that you guys receive from my Reiki is usually going to be visual ASMR, not auditory ASMR. Last week, 3 of my electronics broke. I got sick. What's happening? Lots of different emotional shifts and energetic shifts could be happening for you right now. Sometimes when you're also upgrading spiritually, so to speak, your frequency that you're emitting could be getting higher and higher and higher, and then it is causing differences in your electronics, and you being sick could be a way of you purging some of that old energy that's been weighing you down. So I know it seems like negative right now, but this honestly gives me ascension symptoms kind of vibes, which is a little bit more new agey, but that's the best way I can put it. All right, you guys, if you have any other questions for me, feel free to DM me separately after this live stream, either here on TikTok or over on Instagram. And last reminder for you guys, especially if you stay here for the whole entire live stream, show of hands for whoever has stayed here for the whole entire live stream. I'd be happy to know. But if you guys are interested in working with me one-on-one, make sure that you're reaching out to me so we can kind of get to the bottom of what your self-healing goals and challenges are, and then you can have all of the resources available to you to help you get to that desired outcome. I do highly suggest the Beyond Balance program for anyone who is looking to get some more tools in their toolkit in terms of healing themselves from the inside out and from the outside in, especially if you're looking to regulate your nervous system so that you can find peace and harmony no matter the stressors that are brought on by your work life, your home life, or even your love and social life. So I love you guys very much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.